Today with this grandmother, you will learn about how to improve communication and understanding in relationships. If you want to discover the best advice a grandmother could give you, stay until the end of the video. If you enjoy this type of video, don't forget to subscribe to the channel so you won't miss more videos like this. We will explore important aspects of human psychology, how men can learn to better understand their partner's emotions and needs, and how to build a relationship based on respect and empathy. In relationships, one of the most essential keys is communication. It is a topic that many often underestimate, but it is vital for a relationship to grow in a healthy and solid way. Words, gestures, and above all, active listening are fundamental. Often, women do not seek an immediate solution to their problems, but rather to be heard. In this sense, deep listening, rather than simply waiting to respond, can transform the way problems are perceived and resolved. It is an act of love and respect, because it shows that you value what your partner feels and thinks, without rushing to intervene or give a solution. Patience and empathy are crucial. Each person has their own emotional universe, and it is important for men to understand that emotions are not always expressed in the way one expects. Women, for example, don't always verbalize what they need or feel clearly, but this doesn't mean they don't need support or understanding. Understanding the gestures, the nonverbal cues, the small tensions or worries that hide behind each word can be more valuable than any advice given. Also, women can often feel overwhelmed with daily life, and expressing vulnerability is a way of asking for support, even if they sometimes don't say it explicitly. This is where the concept of empathy comes in. Learning to put yourself in someone else's shoes to see things from their perspective is not only an act of kindness, but a skill that strengthens any relationship. While each person is unique, understanding that we are all human with our insecurities, fears, and desires allows the relationship to be based on trust and mutual support. This also includes knowing when to give space. Sometimes couples need time to reflect or deal with their own emotions. Respecting those moments of solitude or reflection doesn't mean the relationship is in crisis, but rather that emotional maturity and individuality are being cultivated within the couple. It is equally important for men to understand the need to create an environment of emotional safety. Couples should not feel afraid to share their deepest thoughts and feelings. A man who creates this space of trust not only gains the respect of his partner, but also establishes a deeper, more authentic connection. This also involves being transparent. Lies, even the smallest ones, can undermine trust and deeply damage the relationship. Honesty is the foundation for any bond to thrive. In addition, men must understand that love is not something to be taken for granted. Affection, admiration, and mutual respect must be constantly cultivated, no matter how long the relationship has been going on. Small actions, everyday details such as a good morning text, a gesture of affection, or a heartfelt conversation have a much greater value than one can imagine. The importance of gestures and words of encouragement should never be underestimated. This reinforces the idea that love is not just a feeling, but also a daily act of consideration. Relationships require constant work, but they are also a source of deep satisfaction when both parties are committed to growing together. Building a strong relationship is not just about spending time together, but about learning and adapting as both evolve. Mutual respect, trust, open communication, and empathy are essential for love to last. Stay until the end and discover the most important lesson only a grandmother can teach you. If you enjoy this type of video, don't forget to subscribe to the channel so you won't miss more videos like this. It is also essential for men to recognize that the relationship should not be based on a hierarchy, but on the equality of both. Power and influence should not be used to manipulate or control, but to support and give strength to the relationship. A man who understands this is better able to offer genuine love and build a life as a couple based on equality. Ultimately, the key is a deep understanding of the other's needs, constant respect, and the desire to build a life together where both can be happy, grow, and evolve. Love requires sacrifices, but it also brings with it the greatest rewards, because when cultivated with wisdom and dedication, relationships become the strongest foundation for a full and meaningful life. As a relationship grows, it's important to remember that there won't always be easy times. Differences of opinion, everyday tensions, and personal challenges can arise at any time. But it's critical that both parties remain open to communication. Learning to address disagreements respectfully without yelling or attacking can be the difference between strengthening the relationship or allowing small misunderstandings to develop into cracks that eventually wear down the bond. Often, men tend to approach conflicts with the intention of resolving them quickly, but it's important for them to understand that some problems don't have quick fixes. Sometimes listening, processing, and being patient is what's most needed. Additionally, it should be recognized that couples evolve and change over time. What was once important to both of them can change, and expectations can morph as well. It's essential that men don't hold on to an idealized version of the relationship or the person they're with. Instead, they need to be flexible and willing to adapt to the changes that life brings. Learning to reinvent the relationship when necessary is an invaluable skill for any couple. For this to happen, it is vital that men also work on their own personal growth. Just as it is important to understand their partner's emotions and needs, it is also important to recognize their own. Self-understanding and self-knowledge are powerful tools to bring positive energy to the relationship. If a man feels secure and balanced within himself, he will be able to contribute to the relationship in a more genuine and healthy way. In addition, men should be aware that vulnerability is not a weakness, but a strength. Showing vulnerability can be a powerful way to create a deeper connection with your partner. Admitting that you don't always have everything under control, or that you sometimes have fears and doubts, not only humanizes the person, but also fosters closeness and mutual support. In the end, what really builds a strong relationship is the ability to adapt together over time, to share joys and sorrows, and to face challenges with a team mentality. Both should feel like equals, with respect and empathy as fundamental pillars. Love is a journey that is not always easy, but when both partners are committed to walking it hand in hand, the obstacles become much more bearable. The key is to never lose sight of the common goal: to build a life together full of understanding, mutual support, and above all, genuine and sincere love. It's important to remember that love isn't static. It's an ongoing process that requires effort from both parties. It's not just about the big displays or special moments, but the small, everyday actions that, over time, build a lasting relationship. A simple gesture like an "I love you," a hug after a rough day, or the simple act of asking how the other person's day was, are powerful ways to keep the emotional connection alive. If you enjoy this type of video, Don't forget to subscribe to the channel so you won't miss more videos like this.